Have you ever wondered what building codes actually mean for your roofing or home improvement projects? What happens if your contractor cuts corners and doesn't follow Indiana's requirements? In this video, we'll explain what building codes are, why they exist, and what Indiana's requirements are when it comes to residential roofing or construction. By the end, you'll know how to protect your home and your wallet by making sure your project meets building codes from day one. Hi, my name is Nick and I'm with Hoel Roofing Remodeling, and today I wanted to discuss why building codes matter so much and what exactly are these building codes. So what these building codes are is a list of minimum requirements that homeowners and contractors are supposed to be following, whether that's a home remodeling project or a new construction build. It's just a set of requirements meant to protect the homeowner or the buyer of a property. These requirements can protect the homeowner from fire resistance, structural integrity, things in that nature to make sure that the homeowner at the end of the day is protected with these minimum requirements. So as far as who enforces these building codes is usually going to be the local building department or an inspector that'll come out during or after a project has been completed to make sure that the project has met these minimum requirements from the state of Indiana. And if you're going to buy or sell a house, you'll have an inspection done to make sure that whatever is in that house is meeting Indiana building codes. That way the buyer's protected when purchasing that home. So a couple of the main building codes that we focus on when it comes to roofing is making sure that whatever decking on your house is considered a nailable surface. So if you have wood slats on your decking or too thin of plywood, then that's when the building codes would be enforced, and we may either have to completely redeck the house with an appropriate sized sheet of OSB or plywood, or if you have those wooden slats on the roof and the gaps are too big and is not considered a nailable surface, then we would go over that existing decking with new OSB or plywood to make sure that the roof is up to Indiana building codes. So another building code that we focus on here in the state of Indiana is making sure that we follow manufacturer specifications when it comes to whether we're installing a Owens Corning roof or a Malarkey roof. Each company has its own set of installation and manufacturer specifications that we need to follow. So that's one we run into a lot, making sure that whenever we install a roof, it is to the manufacturer specifications to make sure that we are meeting that minimum requirement for the Indiana building codes. If a contractor fails to meet Indiana building codes, that could harm the homeowner in many different areas, one of which is the resale value of the property. If you go to try to sell that house and it's not meeting Indiana building codes, you may have to bring another contractor in to fix that issue and bring it up to Indiana building codes. And another area of concern is if the work that was performed doesn't meet Indiana building codes, you do run the risk of having some issues with the structural integrity of the home, safety risks, and as well as health risks. So one way that a homeowner can make sure that the project is up to code is making sure that you choose a reliable contractor that follows these Indiana building codes. And if you're not sure of that and the work has already been performed, or if you've already chosen your contractor, it's always important to make sure you have an inspection done after the fact or during the project. That way you can make sure that whatever work is being performed is meeting these Indiana building codes. Understanding Indiana building codes isn't about red tape, it's about protecting your investment and making sure that you have peace of mind. If you want a deeper dive, check out the link in the description below or give us a call at 765-561-4023. We'll answer any questions you have about code, compliance, or your upcoming project with no pressure.